You're about to step onto a cruise ship. Maybe it's your very first sailing. Maybe you've done this so many times that you know the smell of the buffet before you even see it. But no matter how experienced you think you are, there are 10 cruise secrets that the cruise lines will never explain to you in plain English. And trust me, every single one of them has the power to change your entire vacation, either by saving you money, protecting you from traps, or simply helping you enjoy your cruise without falling into the systems that quietly drain the average passenger. By the end of this video, you'll understand not just what to do, but how cruise lines actually think. Because once you understand how the industry works behind the scenes, the pricing, the timing, the psychology, the hidden operations, you stop cruising like an ordinary guest and you start sailing like an insider. Stay with me right until the end, because the final secret is the one the cruise companies really hope you never discover. It's subtle, it's clever, and it silently costs cruisers worldwide millions of dollars every year. Let's start at the very beginning, long before the ship leaves port. Number 1, the port day price trick. Picture this. It's day 2 of your cruise. You're wandering through the onboard shops, admiring sparkly watches and jewelry pieces shining under bright lights. Everything is labeled exclusive pricing or duty-free savings. The staff are friendly, the displays are polished, and the whole space feels like a floating luxury mall. But here's the quiet truth. Seasoned cruisers know those prices you see aren't fixed. They move, they shift, they breathe. And they always depend on one thing: how many people are on the ship. On sea days, the shops know they've got a captive audience. Everyone is stuck on board, strolling, browsing, killing time, so prices stay high, sometimes very high. The trick is subtle enough that most people don't notice the pattern. They see a watch on day 2, they see the same watch on day 3, and assume the price is what it is. But watch what happens the moment the ship docks. Half the passengers walk off to go exploring. The cruise line suddenly loses their biggest weapon: impulse buyers. So the shops respond the only way retail ever does: they lower prices. Suddenly, that same watch is 25% off for today only. The earrings are now buy one, get one half price. The liquor bundles become special port day offer. It feels like you're being rewarded. You're not. You're just seeing the real price. The best rule for shopping on board is simple: never buy anything big until you've seen it on a port day, ideally mid-cruise. Take photos of price tags, take notes. The pattern will reveal itself quickly. Experienced cruisers already know this trick. Newer guests fall for it over and over, handing over hundreds of dollars because they believe the first price they saw was the only one. It never is. Number 2, the early check-in illusion. Every cruise terminal has that one line: the priority line, the VIP line, the early boarding lane that's supposed to make you feel like royalty. People pay extra for it. They rush to the port the moment terminals open. They cram into the same area because everyone believes, if I get there early and pay extra, I'll be on the ship first. But this is where cruise psychology gets hilarious, because the priority line is always full of people who paid extra and arrived early, which means the priority line becomes just as slow and often slower than the regular one. Meanwhile, regular passengers, the ones who casually show up 40 minutes later, walk straight through because the initial surge is gone. You didn't pay to get on early, you paid to be part of the early rush. Cruise ports operate in waves. They process a big group, then pause, then process another. If you hit a wave at the wrong moment, it doesn't matter what you paid for, you're waiting. The real pros arrive slightly after the surge. Not early, not late, just perfectly timed. They walk past dozens of people sweating in the priority line, glide through security, and board with zero fuss. The cruise line sells early check-in like a golden ticket. Most of the time, it's just a psychological trick wrapped in a fancy label. Number 3, the drink package algorithm. Let's talk about that drink package. The unlimited one everyone debates before every sailing. The price that seems to change every single time you check it. There's a reason for that. Cruise lines use advanced dynamic pricing software. It tracks your behavior across their app and website. Every time you open the drink package info, the system takes note. Every time you tap the cocktail menu, it flags you. If you check the price repeatedly, the system categorizes your interest level. If you look interested, the price may slowly inch upward. If you hesitate, the system may drop the price just long enough to make you panic buy. Passengers think they're clever for catching a sale, but the algorithm is the one that's clever. It knows exactly how close you are to buying. It nudges you in the right direction. Want to beat it? Log out. Close the app. Use a private browser or a different device when you're ready to book. You'll often see a magically lower price. That's because you're sneaking around the algorithm instead of feeding it information. Most cruisers pay far more for their drink package than they ever needed to, simply because they clicked too much. Number 4. The cabin temperature myth. You walk into your cabin and it feels warm. Not unbearable, but definitely warmer than the hallways. So you twist the dial down to the lowest number possible. Then you wait. And wait. And wait. Nothing happens. Cruise lines don't advertise this, but most thermostats are capped. You think you're controlling the temperature in your room. You're not. You're controlling the feel of the temperature within a narrow range the ship allows to keep energy use low. That number you see on the screen? It's not always the real temperature, but here's the secret. You can have it unlocked. Most ships allow technicians, not passengers, to open up the full range when requested. And they'll do it without needing medical proof. They know some guests simply cannot sleep in a warm room. Just go to guest services, explain that your cabin is running warm and affecting your sleep, and ask for engineering to adjust it. Most people think the thermostat is broken. It isn't. It's programmed, and you're allowed to ask for the full range. Once you know this trick, you will never spend another night sweating in silence. Number 5, the free upgrade trap. That magical email that says, "Congratulations, you've been upgraded." It feels like you've won the cruise lottery. But here's the part passengers don't see. Cruise lines constantly reclassify cabin types to adjust pricing. A deluxe ocean view might be identical to a standard ocean view. Same room, same layout, same windows, just a different name and a different price for the next person. Sometimes the upgrade they're offering is simply a renamed cabin in a worse location. Under the pool deck where chairs scrape early every morning. Near a nightclub where the bass thumps until midnight. Next to a crew hallway where carts roll at 4 a.m. If you accept the upgrade automatically, you lose control over your location. And location is one of the most important factors in enjoying your cruise. Always check the new room number. Look at what's above, below, and beside it. If it's worse, decline it, politely. Cruise lines phrase it like they're giving you a gift. But the real gift is keeping the room you picked deliberately, not being shuffled into one that benefits their inventory more than it benefits you. Number 6, the loyalty discount mirage. You finally reach silver, gold, or platinum level. You log in, see your exclusive rate, and you feel a little thrill of pride. Loyalty pays off, right? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Cruise lines use what's called dynamic loyalty pricing. Before showing you your discounted rate, the system quietly adjusts the base fare. So your 20% loyalty discount is applied to a fare that was inflated moments earlier. To you, it looks like a special rate. But if you check the public price in an incognito browser, you might see something interesting. That discounted fare, it might be the same price everyone else gets. And in some cases, it's higher. Worse, once you book using a loyalty discount, you're often blocked from switching to later flash sales. So the secret is simple. Check the price logged out. Then check logged in. If the base price jumps when you log in, the discount is fake. Smart cruisers don't let loyalty logos blind them. Number 7, the casino credit loop. On land, casinos want you to stay and play. On cruise ships, they want you to come back every night of your sailing, even if you lose every time. Here's how they pull it off. Your casino card tracks everything. How long you play, how fast you play, how much you bet, which machines you prefer, and how much of your winnings you reinvest. If the system sees that you're someone who plays steadily but rarely walks away early, the offers start rolling in. Free play, bonus spins, exclusive invitations. People feel honored by these offers, but the math is cold. If the average player with your habits loses $180 per cruise and the casino offers $100 in free play to activate you, they're not losing money at all. They're simply planting a seed they know will grow into something profitable. The moment you start receiving personal casino offers, that's when they know you're statistically predictable. If you want to enjoy the casino without getting pulled into the loop, decide your exact limit, play only that, and when it's gone, no, stop. The offers aren't rewards, they're bait. Number 8, the Wi-Fi data harvest. Cruise Wi-Fi is slow and overpriced, so you'd assume the cruise lines put minimal investment into it. But behind the scenes, cruise Wi-Fi is a marketing engine. Ships collect anonymous usage behavior to build spending profiles. If you spend 20 minutes browsing diamonds online, you will almost always receive an onboard jewelry promotion. If you read spa blogs or scroll wellness articles, spa staff will slip targeted offers under your door. It happens too consistently to be coincidence. Unlike land-based companies bound by strict privacy laws, cruise lines operate in a legal patchwork. Their servers may be located in a country where data usage rules are far more relaxed. If you'd prefer not to be profiled, connect through a VPN or avoid using cruise Wi-Fi for anything shopping related. That way, your browsing doesn't feed into the very promotions you're trying to avoid. Number 9, the muster drill reputation. The muster drill has become faster and simpler thanks to digital check-ins, but the system behind it is more complex than people realize. Every passenger must complete the drill before the ship can legally sail. If your card doesn't scan early, the system flags you. If you ignore reminders, you get flagged again. Those flags don't just disappear, they're visible to staff across the ship. People who delay safety procedures cause issues in real emergencies, so the ship quietly puts unresponsive guests on a higher watch category. Nothing dramatic, just extra attention from security and staff in case something happens later. The easiest way to stay totally off the radar? Do the muster drill as early as possible. Scan your card, watch the video, confirm your station. Once you're cleared, your profile goes back to normal, and the ship stops monitoring your compliance. Most people don't know this. Now you do. Number 10. The disembarkation bill delay. This is the big one, the one hardly anyone talks about, and the one passengers almost never notice until it's too late. You wake up on the final morning, grab breakfast, head toward the exit. You check your account on the TV or the app. Everything looks fine. You leave the ship thinking your bill is final. But for many cruise lines, the accounting system doesn't fully close until hours or even days after the last passenger has walked off. That means charges can still be added after you're already at home. These charges might be small, a towel replacement, a drink someone ordered on your card, a minibar item the system thinks you took, or a rental item the crew forgot to check back in. But because it's added post-cruise, most guests never contest it. And that's the quiet part. The cruise line knows that once you're off the ship, busy with life again, unpacking and moving on, the last thing you want is to spend an hour on hold arguing over $35 or $80. So the charges stick. Millions of dollars worth every year. Here's the fix that almost nobody does. On your final evening, go to guest services and request a printed itemized statement. That printed copy downloads everything currently in your account and gives you the chance to dispute mistakes while the system is still open. If something looks wrong, get it corrected immediately and request a reprint showing the correction. Once you leave the ship with a printed, confirmed end-of-cruise statement, nothing should appear afterward. Your bill is truly closed. It's the most overlooked money trap in cruising, and the one the industry hopes you never realize even exists. Cruising is supposed to feel like an escape. But when you know the secrets behind the scenes, the psychology, the pricing, the timing, the quiet algorithms, you stop being the passenger the cruise line expects, and you start being the passenger they can't take advantage of. If this opened your eyes, make sure you're subscribed to Cruise Secrets, because we're only just getting started. I've got more insider strategies, more hidden systems, and more ways to outsmart the cruise lines coming up so you can cruise calmer, smarter, and more confidently than ever. And when you're ready for your next deep dive, click the video on your screen. I think you'll love what's coming next.